My dear friend, Namaskar. मैं DP Gangbar. In this video, I will discuss about density determination of the glass. The density compression of the glass sample is a very important parameter for comparison of the two glass samples. So now, what is actually density? Density means mass per unit volume is called density. So in the formula, density is a mass upon volume. So what is a unit? What is it? This may be kilogram per meter cube, kilogram per meter cube, or gram per centimeter cube, or gram per ml, or kg per liter. Like this, we can represent the density of any substance. Now question is arise whereas the density of any material is a fixed. So in general term, we can say density of the material to material varies and almost is fixed. But in generally, it slightly varies with the pressure and temperature. And the density is directly proportional to the pressure. If the pressure is increasing, the density will increase because by the increasing of the pressure, the object force is particle closer together, decrease the volume and increasing the density. And it is inversely proportional to the temperature. If the temperature increase, the density will decrease. Why? Why the increasing of the temperature cause substance expand. This expand by increasing the temperature, so the volume is increasing. And volume is increasing. This means volume is increasing. This means density is decreasing. So keep in mind the density is directly proportional to the pressure and inversely proportional to the temperature. Now, what is a specific gravity? It is a ratio of a substance density to the density of a reference substance. It's a specific gravity. And in general, for the liquid and solid, the reference material is considered water. And it is maximum density which occur at the 4 degrees centigrade. 4 degrees centigrade, maximum density, because the density of the water also increasing or decreasing with the temperature. This is a uh, separate things. I will explain later on how the density of the water increase or decrease. What keep in mind the density of the maximum density of the water is about 1, that is a 4 degree centigrade, 39.2 degree Fahrenheit. So was a formula of a specific gravity. The specific gravity means the density of a substance divided by the density of a reference material. So this is a specific gravity. Now how the density is measured in the lab for the forensic comparison of a glass samples. So as we see in the last density, what is the density is a mass upon volume. So if we measure a mass of a substance and the volume, you can calculate the density. But in actual case, determining mass is a very easy. What in of a substance, the volume determination is very difficult. Very difficult. Because measure the volume, how? it can be dip in a glass jar duly filled, fully filled, and the volume of the water displaced by the substance will be equal to the volume of the object. So in this way, in this way, the density can be calculated. But for the measurement of this volume, this is a challenge. So in the general sense, always we measure the relative density with respect to the water. So for the measurement of the relative density of the glass samples, a special apparatus is used. This is called the density gradient kit. This is actually balance, a special arrangement, and it is a cabin. This is a special arrangement, and so by this special arrangement, we can take the weight of a substance in air, WA, by putting the substance here directly. Here is a pen. This is a pen, right? So we can take the weight of substance in air. Now this substance can be immersed in the water. A special pen is here. Fill the water. So put the water here and take the reading of from here, and this come in that weight in water. And also note down the temperature of water. Temperature of water by putting a thermometer. Here inside the water, right? Now, so you have measure the weight in air, weight in water, and temperature of the water, and note down the density of the water at a temperature of a liquid. So suppose temperature is equal to 27.5 degree centigrade. 27.5 degree centigrade. So by the chart, you can take the value of the TW, density of water, from the chart of this, which come about 0.99 and something. Please note down. Now, you can apply this formula, relative density, weight in air upon weight in air, or this weight in water. This means this is a weight loss of water, or this is a weight in air, and multiply by the density of a water. So you can calculate the relative density of any substance by this formula. And in Excel, you can make also a formula very easily. WA, weight in water, weight in air, weight in water, and by subtraction, and SG, specific gravity or the relative density. There is a slight difference between the specific gravity and the density. I will discuss in the next video. So here you can calculate the value of the specific gravity or the density of a glass pieces. So the you should calculate the density or the specific gravity, relative density for the both samples, question samples, and as well as the specimen sample, and then compare the whether these come in the same source or not. This is one parameter. Another parameter I will discuss in the next slide. So for any further detail or for any guidance or even the training on the any forensic field, this is my number, this is email, please contact. Thank you.